we got to get some of these games. We sure have batted the ball around a lot and tipped the ball and got a close one. Against Oklahoma with the sack and Iowa. I mean, just we're it's right there, but that's how turnovers are. And like I tell our guys, got to keep running to the football and keep sprinting to it. And the more guys we have there, the better chances are of percentages of us getting them. So it's critical. Our guys know it. I think you got to just be careful that we're not going out of our minds. We've gotten our hands on a lot of balls in practice. Our kids have done a good job in games. It'll start bouncing right. I think it's every game's different. You never know, what's going to happen from one game to the next, and it's something we've got to win football games. You have to get more turnovers than you give turnovers, and that's just the way it is. And we've got to do our part. Our part's to take the ball back, and we've got to find ways to do that, and stripping it out and tipping it and catching it and intercepting it and doing everything we can to get the ball back. And we're 50% of that turnover margin, and we've got to do our part for sure. And I mean, the number of balls that we've tipped in the air and just haven't gotten, and those kind of things. So our guys are working. We work at it every single day, and it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. They're really a hard-working group. They spend a lot of time at the game. That's been a real blessing, I think, for all of them. And there's great competition in there. It's easy to, if you go out and have a bad day, somebody else is moving in your spot. So that part of it's been, I think, good for the players because it forces them to work. And I really don't have to say much. They know what's going on and who's playing well and practicing well. But I've been proud of their improvement. We've got a long way to go yet, but they sure have made some strides. Talented wide receivers, too, that get a lot of attention. Tommy, those guys do. They've got a whole room full of them. And they got a guy delivering them the ball, and their offensive line's good. And they can run the football. They're running the ball, and the guys carrying it are very talented. So we've got a great challenge. Our corners have to play well. Our whole defense is going to have to go play our best football game for us to have success. And we're capable of doing that, but that's what it's going to take. Anything less than that won't be enough.
Is it nice?
It gives you a little bit of what you can and can't do. Every one of them is different, though. Every offense is different. This offense is different than anybody else we've played. A lot more things going on, a lot of different alignments, formations, that kind of thing. So that's where they're a little bit different than everybody else we played. So, they create some other issues for you. But again, I think, at least being in a little bit of the idea that you've got two running quarterbacks that we've played, at least gives you a little bit of a head start on at least where to start at. He's a guy that's because of what happened to him from where he transferred from. I think that's Greg's story. Tremendous football player, was an offensive guy in high school. I think that awareness helps him. Has great study of the game. He's getting some great time with our D line, those guys, spending time with them in inside runs, some of those kind of things that help him along. And I just think the extra time that he spends really helps him.